Let's find out together. Hello and welcome to Peekaboo Parenting. Today we are tackling one of the biggest milestones in a toddler's life, potty training. I hear from so many of you, parents from all walks of life, asking that one crucial question: when do I start? How do I know my child is actually ready? It can feel like a monumental task, filled with uncertainty and, let's be honest, a bit of dread. You see other children succeeding and you wonder if you're behind, or perhaps you've tried once before and it simply didn't work out, leaving you feeling discouraged. I want to reassure you right now that you are not alone in feeling this way. The key to successful, low-stress potty training isn't about a specific age on the calendar. It's about recognizing the unique signs of readiness in your own child. Pushing them before they are physically and emotionally prepared can lead to frustration for everyone involved. That's why I'm here today, to cut through the confusion and give you the clarity you need. I'm going to walk you through 8 very clear, very specific signs that your little one is ready to leave those nappies behind for good. Before we dive into these essential signs, I want to ask you a small favor. If you find this advice helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to Peekaboo Parenting for more practical, supportive guidance. We are building a community here, and your support means the world. And one more thing, pop down to the comments right now and tell me, what is your single biggest question or worry about potty training? I'll be reading through them. Right, let's get started. The very first sign, and it's a lovely one, is when your child begins to show a genuine interest in the toilet and what goes on in the bathroom. You might notice your little one has suddenly become your shadow, following you right into the loo every time you need to go. They're not just being clingy, they are observing, they are learning. They might stand there and stare, wide-eyed as you flush the toilet, fascinated by the sound and the swirling water. This is their natural curiosity at work. They see mommy, daddy, or an older sibling using this big white chair, and they want to understand what it's all about. This is a critical developmental step. They are beginning to connect the dots, realizing that using the toilet is a normal, everyday activity that the big people in their life do. Instead of shooing them out, I want you to embrace this moment. Use simple, clear language. You can say, "Mummy is using the potty," or "This is where we go wee-wee." Don't make it a secret or a taboo. By allowing them to watch and ask questions, you are demystifying the entire process and laying a positive, open foundation for the journey ahead. It's the first step in them wanting to imitate your behavior. Now, let's talk about a physical sign, and this one is non-negotiable. Your child must be physically capable of holding their wee, and a clear indicator of this is that they are staying dry for longer periods. If you're changing a wet nappy every hour, their bladder muscles simply haven't developed enough control yet, and starting then would be setting them, and you, up for failure. What you're looking for is a noticeable change. Suddenly you might check their nappy after a 2-hour nap, and it's completely dry. Or you might go on a morning outing and realize you haven't needed to do a change the entire time. This is a fantastic sign. It shows that their bladder is maturing and can now hold urine for a significant amount of time, at least 2 hours or more. This is the physical readiness we need. When you notice this pattern emerging consistently, you can be confident that their body is starting to get on board with the whole potty training plan. It means they will be able to make it to the potty in time once they recognize the urge to go. Acknowledging this milestone is important. It's a physiological green light that the time is right to begin. Potty training is a process that involves a sequence of steps, and your child's ability to understand and follow your simple instructions is absolutely paramount. This isn't about them being able to follow complex, multi-step commands, but rather the basics. Think about it. The process requires them to stop what they are doing, walk to the bathroom, pull down their trousers, sit on the potty, and then wash their hands. Each of these is a small instruction. So can your child follow simple directions in your day-to-day life? When you say, "Please, can you pass me your cup?" or "Go and get your shoes," do they understand and respond accordingly? This cognitive readiness is just as important as the physical signs. If they can follow these basic 1 or 2-step instructions, it tells you they have the listening skills and cognitive ability to understand the new routine you're about to introduce. This skill is the bedrock of your communication during training. It ensures that when you say, "It's time to try the potty," they will comprehend what you're asking of them, which drastically reduces potential confusion and frustration. This next sign is a breakthrough moment. It's when your child starts to communicate that they need to go, or that they are in the process of going. This communication won't always be with perfect words. You need to become a bit of a detective and learn your child's unique signals. They might suddenly stop playing and stand very still, clutching themselves. They might make a specific grunting sound or a particular facial expression. Some children might even go to a quiet corner or hide behind the sofa to do their business in their nappy. These are all forms of communication. They are showing you that they are aware of the physical sensations in their body just before or during a wee or a poo. As they get older, this might evolve into verbal cues. They might say wee-wee, poo-poo, or even just potty. When you see these signs, I want you to acknowledge them calmly. You can say, "It looks like you're doing a poo right now. Soon we can do that on the potty." This validates their awareness and gently introduces the next step, bridging the gap between doing it in their nappy and doing it in the toilet. For many babies and young toddlers, a wet or soiled nappy is simply their normal state of being. It doesn't bother them in the slightest. However, a clear sign of readiness for potty training is when this changes, and they begin to show a distinct dislike for being in a dirty nappy. You might find your toddler starts tugging at their nappy as soon as it's wet. They might come to you and point or try to pull the nappy off themselves. They may even become fussy or irritable for no apparent reason, and you then discover the cause is a soiled nappy. This is a wonderful development. It means they are no longer comfortable with that feeling. They are developing a preference for being clean and dry, which is a massive motivator for potty training. This discomfort is your ally. When they tell you their nappy is dirty, you can respond positively, saying, "Oh, you don't like that feeling, do you? It feels much better to be clean. Soon you can use the potty, and you won't have to wear dirty nappies." This links their discomfort with the positive solution you are offering, the potty. Independence is a huge part of potty training, and a very practical piece of that puzzle is your child's ability to manage their own clothing. Can they pull down their own trousers or leggings, and can they make a decent attempt at pulling them back up again? This is a crucial motor skill that empowers your child in the potty training process. If they have to rely on you every single time to pull their trousers down, it creates a barrier and a dependency. It can mean the difference between making it to the potty on time and having an accident. To encourage this, I want you to choose the right clothing. During the training period, avoid complicated belts, buttons, zips, or dungarees. Opt for simple, loose-fitting trousers with an elasticated waist. You can turn it into a game when you're getting them dressed in the morning or for bed. Encourage them. You have a go at pulling your trousers up. Well done. Praise their efforts, even if they're not perfect. Fostering this small piece of independence gives them a sense of control and accomplishment, making them feel like a big kid who is capable of using the potty all by themselves. Let's talk about poo, because for many parents, this is the most daunting part of potty training. A very helpful sign that can make this process much smoother is if your child has regular and predictable bowel movements. Does your toddler tend to have a poo at a similar time each day? Perhaps it's first thing in the morning after breakfast, or maybe it's always in the late afternoon. If you can identify a pattern, you have a powerful tool at your disposal. This predictability gives you a head start. When you know that a poo is likely on its way, you can preempt it. About 10 to 15 minutes before their usual poo time, you can suggest a trip to the potty. You can make it a calm, regular part of the routine. After we finish our toast, let's go and sit on the potty for a few minutes and read a book. This is not about forcing them to perform on command, but rather about giving them the opportunity to be in the right place at the right time. Catching a poo in the potty is a huge victory in the early days and can build a tremendous amount of confidence for both you and your child. Our final sign is a psychological one, and it's a big one. It's that burgeoning desire for independence you see in a toddler. This is the me do it or by myself stage. While it can sometimes be trying in other areas of life, in the context of potty training, this drive for autonomy is your greatest asset. When a child wants to be a big boy or a big girl, and they see using the toilet as something that big kids and grown-ups do, they are internally motivated to master this skill. They want to achieve it for themselves. You can nurture this desire by framing potty training as a grown-up and exciting step. Talk about all the wonderful things that come with it, like being able to wear big kid pants. Let them have some control in the process. Let them choose their own potty or pick out their new underwear. When they show this independent streak, praise it. Wow, you want to try the potty all by yourself? That is so grown-up of you. Tapping into their own intrinsic motivation is far more effective than any sticker chart or reward system, because the pride they feel in their own accomplishment will be the ultimate prize. So there you have it. 8 clear signs to look for before you embark on your potty training journey. Remember, these are not a checklist where you must tick every single box. Instead, think of them as a guide, a way to tune into your child's unique development. You might see a few signs very clearly, while others take a little more time to appear. The most important thing I want you to take away from this is that there is no magic age. Every single child develops on their own timeline, and your role is to be a patient, supportive observer who chooses the right moment to begin. This process is a partnership between you and your child. There will be good days and there will be accidents, and that is perfectly normal. It's all part of the learning process. Meet those accidents with calm reassurance, not frustration. Your patience and positivity will create a safe environment for your child to learn this new, complex skill without fear or anxiety. You are their coach and their biggest cheerleader, and they will get there with your loving guidance. Trust in them, and trust in your own parental instincts. Thank you so much for joining me today at Peekaboo Parenting. I truly hope this has given you the confidence and clarity you were looking for. Now, I would love to hear from you. Please scroll down to the comments and share your own experiences. What signs did your child show? What challenges are you facing right now? Let's continue this conversation and support one another. Until next time, take care.